right, hello wine-drinking people. We're back. It is Wednesday, August 4th. We're back for what I had to drink yesterday, part of the show. And yesterday I actually made it out to a lunch. I don't do that very often. It takes royalty to get me out of the store. And most of the time, if we're open, I want to be here for you, our customers, if you guys come by to make sure you get the service that you expect at the Wine Watch. But yesterday we had royalty of Napa Valley in. Michael Mondavi, son of the great Robert Mondavi. Michael was the very first winemaker at Robert Mondavi Winery from 1966, 71, I think, until his brother Tim took over. Both of them helped bring Robert Mondavi Winery into the limelight and make it one of the most famous wineries in the world today. Their father had the foresight and vision that the Napa Valley could produce world-class wines, and these guys executed on that. And did a pretty good job. I mean, you know, you have some good ideas. You're going to have a few bad ideas along the way. And part of their, problems, I think, were definitely some of the packaging, maybe too many items, too many line items. And then these guys are passionate about making wine, not necessarily great business people. But, I think this is their second time around. Both Tim and Michael have their own project now. Tim just bought the old Cloudview property up on Pritchard Hill. He's making his Continuum up there, a great vineyard site. And Michael, his top wine comes from a vineyard on Atlas Peak. This vineyard used to go into Opus 1. The Madame Baroness did not want the wine to go into, or did not want to buy the vineyard with Opus 1 because she wanted all of Opus's vineyards to be continuous. She didn't want any breaks in the vineyard. So he said, heck, man, this is a great vineyard. I'm going to buy it myself. And Michael is glad that he did now because the M, simply entitled the letter M, Michael's top wine, a really top-level Napa Valley Cabernet. But everything else he's making is pretty good, too. And the last time Michael was involved with a winery that production was around 40,000 cases was the year I was born, 1969. And it's got to be fun to get back down to basics and making some, get some hands-on winemaking in. At 40,000 cases, you really are hands-on. And the first wine we had at lunch down at Ortonique on the Miracle Mile down there in the Gables, one of the established restaurants down there, always does a fantastic job. First wine we have is a Rosé of Cabernet that's brought back nostalgic memories of Sterling Rosé of Cabernet, Simi Rosé of Cabernet, Rosés of Cabernet gone by, Cabernet Sauvignon worth much more as a red wine than a rosé wine. But this wine is made with a Sanier technique. They bleed a little bit of their Cabernet juice off to make the Cabernet a little more concentrated. And what are you going to do with that juice? You might as well make a nice little rosé out of this. They call this a deep rosé. I would call it Cabernet Light. But really nice, a lot of lovely, seductive, currant black cherry fruit, and finishes bone dry, which all good rosés should. A deep rosé or Cabernet Light, whatever you like. All right, and then Chardonnay from Carneros, and Isabel. Isabel is my daughter's name, so very good name with the wine. Isabel Mondavi, I.M. Under this label, he does a $15 Chardonnay from Carneros that is rocking, man. What a great little wine. The only problem, you put it in a Bordeaux bottle. Chardonnay goes in one of these bottles, Mike. Okay, I think they're going to change that for the next year. But a clean style of Chardonnay, some lovely minerality showing through, just maybe a touch of oak. Really nice, refreshing style. I think it was only 13.5% alcohol. All of these wines on the savory side, and very nice with food. One of the things that Michael mentioned several times, he wanted to make wines that would evoke a second glass. Okay, then on to the Willamette Valley Pinot Noir from 2006. This wine has no oak at all, pure unadulterated Pinot, lovely cherry, raspberry fruit to it, and great acidity, great freshness again, and just the right touch of spice there. And then on to the Cabernets, which we already mentioned the top wine, the M, and this wine was fantastic, the 2006. But we had the Emblem before that from Oso Vineyard. Oso refers to the bears that roam in this vineyard, and they had an issue with them when they first bought the vineyard. The former owner went out and shot these bears when they came to the vineyard, and then took them to town to brag about it. So when they bought it, I think the headline read Mondavi buys bear shooter vineyard, and but they went to Rob, his son, who actually was in for a dinner with us when they honored Oliver Sassi. What a great charismatic young man. Well, not that young anymore. This was about 10 years ago, but he's probably around my age. But he said, look, he went to the Wildlife Society and said, we don't want to shoot these bears. We want to keep them out, but we don't want to kill them. So they went to great lengths to find out how to keep the bears out of their vineyard without killing them. Good job, guys. Bear meat does not taste good. The only reason you should kill animals, to me, is to eat them. All right. Wild boars, on the other hand, you got those coming in. Take them right down. That's called bacon. All right. The emblem, very nice, and like I said, a little bit like all these wines on the old world style in terms of not overblown, but lovely currant, cassis berry fruit, pronounced earthiness to the wine also, and just the right amount of oak spice. A really nice Cabernet Sauvignon, nicely balanced wine, and went nice with my salmon. What do you have with Cabernet salmon? You know, I ordered probably two of the least interesting things on the menu, the Caesar salad, but in a great restaurant, the Caesar salad is a sign of just how tight these people are at lunchtime, and that was excellent. And then the salmon, which I'm trying to eat a little healthier, and I knew I was having beef for dinner, but cooked perfect, and maybe not a great pairing for the M by Michael Mondavi, but the wine was most excellent. Check it out in the review on all the other Mondavi wines on this email, Michael Mondavi Wines. And IM Wines, rather. Yeah, a little issue with the naming, I guess. Just a single letter. But what the hell do I know, man? It's one of the greatest wine families in the world. You know I'm going to have wine with dinner, and last night, Dr. Figel, a good buddy of mine, suggested that we have a taste-off between the 04 and the 05 Cannubi. He is one of the foremost experts on the Cannubi vineyard wine from Pira, and he said the 05 is better than the 04, Andrew. What are you talking about? How can you say the 04 got a higher score from Antonio Galloni? Well, that's why we drink the wine here at the Wine Watch. 04 and 05 kind of reminiscent of 99 and 2000 to me. The 2000s were more forward, the 99s more classically structured, 04 more classically structured, 05 more forward. Today, the 05 definitely a little juicier, definitely a little richer on the palate. The 04 a little more restrained, maybe not as showy as it should be right now, but both wines outstanding, and outstanding vintages in the Piedmont 04 and 05. Today, 05 edges out the 04. 10 years from now, maybe the 04 will edge out the 05. We finished off the bottle of Pliny Refers, as I mentioned in yesterday's, what I drank yesterday section, that this wine needed some time, and it was beautiful last night, fully opened up. And hey, I even had a little Lepard open for a day. The 04, delicious, man. It had this lovely caramel character, almost sweet last night when I finished off the rest of this bottle, and that's what I drank yesterday. I'm your host, Andrew Lampazone, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.